Welcome in, everybody, and yes, we are finally here. I know it has been a very long time coming. Unfortunately, we did miss at least one episode, maybe a couple, but we are back, and we are going to be finishing this run. I know we have had a lot of issues. If you haven't been following, basically what happened was when I was playing the game, it kept freezing out of nowhere. It would just randomly freeze, and it started to repeat itself during the same actions, which was causing a lot of issues because I couldn't get past and actually teach a Pokemon waterfall to get to Evergrande City, which is where we are at today. And so it was a little bit frustrating. Unfortunately, it made it really, really difficult to do anything, and I couldn't complete the game. I basically have entirely swapped computers and moved the save file over, and that seems, at least, to have helped the problem. Now, again, I don't know if it's perfect or not. We're gonna hopefully make our way through and figure that out today, but I did do a lot in between episodes to kind of get ready for this so we could basically jump in without skipping a beat. And as part of that, I do have a brand new team. Now, I say a brand new team. This is really the team we discussed in whatever the previous episode was. However, Fruit, of course, is a bit of a temporary member. We don't have Rex on the squad right now solely because he's level 52, and 52 is the level cap for the first Elite Four member. So, what I'm going to say at this point is that if any of our Pokemon go over level 52, I am gonna run with it as is. Now, the only reason I say that is because that level cap only applies to the first Elite Four member. It continuously goes up after that, and we don't have a rare candy glitch. I had to train all these Pokemon up old-fashioned way, grinding like crazy. And so I'm gonna basically run with whatever we get at the time of the Pokemon League. So as we continue our way through, we'll see kind of how that pans out. But I do want to talk through the team very quickly because I think we have got a crazy good team here. So first and foremost, we have our legendary Doob with Water Pulse, Calm Mind, Ice Beam, and Origin Pulse. Holding that leftovers because this thing is just an absolute tank. Obviously, it hits like a truck, and with Calm Mind, it can get even stronger. This thing is insane. It does protect itself from defense lowering attacks as well, which is actually pretty good. It's a bit, it's not the most impactful thing in the world, I guess I could say, but it is actually kind of helpful in the sense that we really don't have to worry about lowering those defenses. So very, very tanky, very, very strong, and I'm really excited to be using that as our legendary. We do have Fruit. Again, this is a bit of a temporary mon, I think. There is a world where I run this instead of Rex, but we'll kind of see how that pans out. This does have Earthquake, Mega Drain, Waterfall, and Crunch, holding that Assault Vest with the Strong Jaw ability, boosting that Crunch, plus the up in attack nature. It's already a really slow mon. Minusing speed isn't good, but it's not that bad for it. But raising the attack makes this thing an absolute monster. The Assault Vest is really boosting those defenses as well. So in general, this is just a really strong Pokemon. That ground immunity to electric is awesome. We do have Lucky, our Porygon Z. I want to talk about Sandvale in a minute, but more importantly right now, guys, this has a plus speed nature, which means it is going to be super fast. That special attack is insane. We do have Recover, Discharge, Tri-Attack for Stab, and then of course Surf, which was a bit of a necessity, but it's actually just a good move for it. We are holding the Magnet to boost the Discharge, which I think is actually pretty reasonable. We didn't have a great number of items here, so I think this was just kind of the best option. But Stab Tri-Attack is excellent. I'm so glad we learned that. And again, Sandvale we'll talk about in just a second. Our Mega is Mega Charizard X. This is Saint. This thing is insane. Plus speed nature, minus special attack. Not the best, but we are holding the Assault Vest. Again, we had a couple of those, and so this thing is bulky. Does have the download ability, which explains why we have got kind of an interesting moveset between Fire Fang, Wing Attack, Slash, and Flamethrower. Mostly physical, but we do have that special Flamethrower Stab, because if we get a special attack boost during the right scenarios, I might want to Flamethrower above Fire Fang, depending on how we kind of run this. So regardless, this thing is a monster. It is our Mega, and it's one of my favorites. I know it's cliche, but look how cool he looks, guys. I mean, come on, he's awesome. Grizz is here. This is our Excadrill, another physical attacker for us with 164 physical attack. Absolutely insane. Ground steel type with Volt Absorb. I did find out in training, Volt Absorb means absolutely nothing when you're a ground type. Apparently the typing trumps the ability. So in the order of execution, the ability goes after the check for ground typing, meaning this will never actually absorb any HP, but it's still just a really good Pokemon. Does have that soft sand to boost Earthquake, and then we do have SD, Metal Claw, and Rock Slide on here as well. So definitely a powerhouse Pokemon, a little slower than I'd like, but it's definitely just a super powerhouse thing to have on our side. And then finally, another physical attacker, we have got our Focus Sashing Mew, the Weavile, with Night Slash, Metal Claw, Taunt, and Hone Claws. Hone Claws is really there with the Focus Sash to be able to boost the attack if need be, and then potentially sweep. But Magma Armor, not doing too much. In general, this is just a really fast physical attacker. It's not our strongest mon by any means, but it is, I think, really, really good. So that is the team. Again, Rex may be swapping in at some point. We'll see once we get to the Pokemon League, kind of where we're at. One thing I do actually have to do right away is get a HM Slave. And I think in light of that, we'll swap out Fruit for the time being. And I'm using Ditto here. Full disclosure, I did technically already try and record this episode and unfortunately was interrupted briefly. So we are jumping right back in and just starting over from the beginning here. One other thing I do want to mention, I trained up in Victory Road, and that does mean I forfeited the encounter. Now, that encounter was, I believe, a Carablast, if I'm remembering correctly. It was basically a no-go Pokemon. It wasn't anything spectacular. I will say there were slacking in here that I found later that would have been really awesome. But unfortunately, we did not find that first, and I wasn't gonna go for an encounter if you guys weren't around to see it. But in this instance, I just kind of wanted to make sure that we could get through this series, really. And so we're gonna do our best to get through Victory Road today. I don't know how far we're gonna get. I also don't know how much or when this episode is going to go up. So I appreciate everybody being super patient with me as I've kind of figured out all of these ridiculous little tech glitches, things like that. Let's see if there's an item over here. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy we get to finish this run. You don't know how much this run has meant to me. It's been one of the most fun runs I think I've ever done. And to finally be able to hopefully finish it and maybe even get a win feels really, really incredible. One other thing I will mention, we actually did finish up our Pokemon Y Nuzlocke. Again, I think by the time this goes out, which will probably be on Monday, you guys will have seen the final episode of the Pokemon Y Nuzlocke. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you definitely should go watch it. It was incredible. Truly an ending to behold. It was really interesting. And so I do encourage you to go check that one out. But that does mean tomorrow, again, assuming this goes out on Monday, we will actually have a brand new Nuzlocke, which I've already started recording for. I've got the first 2 episodes done, and that is going to be our Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday Nuzlocke. And I'm really excited about that one. It's the Pokemon Violet Wonderlock, which is going to be just incredible. I will go ahead and say the first episode in particular is a little slow, only because, as most of you probably know, that game has so much in the way of like early game cutscenes, early game story, before we can even get to the actual Wonderlock section. And so it will take a while to get there, but I appreciate, again, everybody's patience. The second episode, which again is already recorded and scheduled for Thursday, does actually have the first few, I think the first 4 actual trades, which is awesome. And those as well were very interesting. There was a lot of interesting stuff in that one. So again, I think I have to just follow the torches to get through Victory Road. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna do too much detouring if I don't have to. only because I'm mostly just interested in getting to the Pokemon League and hopefully finish. Oh, it skipped for like 2 seconds there. I was so worried. Mostly just interested in getting through to the Victory Road or the Pokemon League so we can hopefully get a win in this run, guys. That's the goal. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do after this run in the Monday, Wednesday. Oh my God, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday slot. Kind of want to do Rad Red. I don't know. We'll see. Awesome. I'm gonna just Origin Pulse. It avoided it. Oh man. Oh, and it confused Red. Oh geez. All right. Well, we probably should swap then. Into what? John. I'm gonna throw Saint out. I don't know. This is a bit of an odd one. I'm curious what the download gives us here. I think we get the download boost right away. Yeah. What do we get? Special attack? Okay. It's gonna revenge. That did a lot. That was a crit. Holy crap. All right, I'm gonna flamethrower here. We have the special attack boost. There's a chance to burn here. It's gonna revenge again, but we do outspeed it, which is very important to know. And so I'm just gonna flamethrower, take this thing out. Regigigas without slow start is terrifying. That is very scary. Porygon C, my boy. What am I gonna go into here? So it can have discharge. I'm actually just gonna go Grizz. And we'll see how much it does. This is actually a scary Pokemon because it is a glass cannon for sure. It's gonna lock on. I'm not that worried about lock on. I'm gonna see, I mean, we know it doesn't have levitate, so I'm just gonna EQ. Stab EQ with soft sand, like there's no way that doesn't kill. That was a really interesting battle. John, go John. I am keeping the XP share on, by the way, here, guys, just to be somewhat safe as we're kind of running through this. Oh, I forgot we have ability capsules. I don't think I need to use any ability capsules, but maybe that's something we check before we hit the Pokemon League. It'd certainly be interesting. Get me out of here. I hate the fact that it asks you basically to have Flash. All right, we're gonna have to fight this guy. That's totally fine. Again, I understand there are just gonna be a few battles in here. That's normal, not worried about it. Charizard. It is Mega Charizard X. All right. That's fine. I'm just gonna Water Pulse. It's gonna Air Slash? Or was that actual Slash? I didn't see. Regardless, I'm not that stressed about it. It is a scary Pokemon, but I think we're fine. I'm just gonna Water Pulse again. We could Ice Beam, but it is Fire type, so it's not gonna do as much. I think it's neutral. Here we go. I love leftovers. I'm so glad we found leftovers. That's such a good item for you. So it is just Slash. That's fine. What we are gonna do, by the way, again, probably in between episodes once we get to the Pokemon League, level 51 on Doob, I will take it, is we will sell off a lot of items to basically be able to buy as many full restores as we can. That's really just going to keep us alive in between each of the league members, which is kind of crucial for this kind of thing. And so I'm certainly hoping we can, you know, make it all work and do the thing, but just wanted to give everybody the quick heads up. And I'm not sure which way to go. We're just gonna kind of wander, find our way. Doob did take quite some time to level up, by the way. It was a little frustrating. Oh, we have Shadow Tag. Oh. All right, I'll just Water Pulse. So it did actually take quite some time to level up Doob, just because Doob's a Kyogre, so obviously. But we took a lot of time and made it all happen, which again was a lot of effort. A lot of time has been sunk into trying to get this run working, and I think it's worth it. I wanted this to be, I did not want to lose out on this run just because of a stupid glitch issue. Like, that was gonna really be frustrating if that was the case. And I'm so happy that we made this happen. Can I just go ahead and surf and avoid these trainers? I have no clue which way to go. I'm gonna pretend like I think this is the right direction. It probably is, let's be honest. I should honestly be pulling up a quick map, but figure we'll figure it out. And if we don't, we'll get it in the next episode. As long as we get the Wally fight, the Wally fight is really what I want to get to, which I think is just before the exit, so we should be able to get there. Victory Road I don't think is that long in this series. Grizz gaining a level, I'll take it. And John. I love that we just have John on this squad here. It's really funny. Okay, can't go that way, can't go that way. Can't see anything, that's fine. Ooh. It's down here. There's some torches. I'm gonna pretend like that means it's the right direction. You know what I will do? I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Let's see, let's run from you. Map for us, awesome. Oh, there's a world where we don't have to fight you, huh? Ah, okay, that's fine. All right, let's do it. Okay, this is less than helpful, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Oh, hey, Mega Houndoom. I was not even paying attention. All right. Can't use items, that's fine. So one thing that I do kind of want to try in this Pokemon League, assuming we get there, of course, Mew level 51, fantastic. Assuming we get there, what I'd really like to try and do is utilize some of our setup mons early in the game, because we do have quite a few. And so there is a world where we get really lucky with some good starter choices and really make some crazy stuff happen, but it is going to take a lot of, careful guessing, maybe is the best way to phrase that on our side. And so I'm hoping that we can make that happen, but obviously we'll just kind of have to see as we go. I want to say this is the very end of Victory Road. Maybe I'm wrong. But this is great if it is. Golurk and Mamoswine. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying if I'm honest. Mold Breaker on Mamoswine. So I am actually pretty worried. Ooh. If we hit Origin Pulse, that's gonna be so good. I'm gonna just try and stay in and we'll see if this works. Origin Pulse hits. That might just take both of them out. And this is why Doob is on the team. Doob is insane, man. Grizz gaining some XP. Lucky, level 51. John! Go John! Level 33, I love it. Dude, that is huge. Okay. Fantastic. We don't need to heal up. I think this is the end, maybe? I hope. We'll see. It is the end. Oh, heck yes, guys. That means we are at the Wally fight. Ooh, this is big. You know what I'm gonna do? Just to be safe, we haven't had issues when I was training up or anything like that. There were no weird issues, but just to avoid any, I think saving the game right there is a really good idea. And here we go, guys. The Wally fight. This is so cool. I'm so glad we are here, guys. I'm so glad that we're able to record this episode. I'm so glad that, assuming we make it through, we're able to take on the Pokemon League. I want the opportunity to win this or lose this and give one of you guys a binder full of awesome cards, which I do still need to fill out. I'm so sorry, but we'll get there. I'm just so excited about this. Let's go. Come on. We got this. We have to. We have to. We have worked so hard to make this run possible. Level 46, this should be fine. Ice Beam, not gonna do too much, but I think it's plenty. Do have a Rain Dance up, so there is a world where we just Water Pulse. And I think I will go for it. I don't know if this is really the best, but I think it's neutral, and with the rain, that feels better. Level 52 on Doob. That means we are at the level cap for Doob. Again, we're gonna not really worry too much about that, but just worth noting that we do need to be a little careful about that. I'm just gonna water pulse again and see what happens. All right, Doob, come on. Another Gastrodon, really? The other Gastrodon, that's cool. Come on, can we just one-shot everything with Doob? Nah, not quite, that's fine. I am gonna be so happy if we can make it through this game with a win. We have worked hard on the content recently, guys, that's all I can say. All right. The rain stopped, dang. All right, get that leftovers pop though. I mean, look at this. Doob is just sitting here like a freaking wall. All right, is it worth swapping? I really don't think we need to, you know? I'm just gonna Ice Beam. We're just gonna see how much it does. I don't know. I'm not really worried about a Sharpedo doing too much to us. Nobody can stop the Doob. Come on, Doob is so good. All right, Ice Beam. So that's gonna take out the Sharpedo, no doubt. I believe there is one Pokemon left. I think it's guaranteed to be a Mega. I might be wrong. Grizz level 52, I will take it. Saint level 52. John level 34. I love John, man. And a Blastoise, okay. So this is the ace, that's fantastic. I'm gonna Ice Beam and we're gonna see. So this is the Mega, we knew that was gonna be the case, that's fantastic. This is a terrifying Pokemon, but we do actually have plenty of opportunity to take this out, even if Doob doesn't do a ton of damage. Yeah, it's not very effective, that's fine. Iron Defense, okay. Part of me really wishes Mew was in here so I could lock it in. Let's just see how much Water Pulse does. If we get a Confusion, great. It should be neutral. Okay, it's gonna Water Pulse back. So the quick option is to swap into like Lucky and try to do a lot of damage with Discharge. The safe option is just to try for the Origin Pulse and really do some damage that way. Now, I don't know, there might be a full restore in our future here. I'm gonna try for a Water Pulse and hope for a Confusion. If they do. Okay, they don't even do that. So we should be fine to just take this thing out. And we can breathe a sigh of relief as Wally, the final Wally fight, goes down. We're here, guys. We mean business. We're going into this Pokemon League, and I cannot wait. This might be a bit of a shorter episode, just as a heads up. I'm looking at time, and we are a little bit short of the 30 minutes, but I do want to save the entire Pokemon League for the final episode, so I am not going to worry about that here and now. We do get a Dawnstone. Hopeful. All right. Thank you so much. Guys, I can't believe it. I honestly thought we were never going to be able to finish this run solely because we didn't have the opportunity. Like, I thought the opportunity had been taken away from us with the issues that we were facing. But here we are walking up on the Pokemon League. We're going to grab that little Mega Stone really quick. Why not? It actually could be, I guess, anything. Yeah, it's a berry. Moringa berry. Fantastic. Guys, we're here. That was the easiest Victory Road run I think I've ever had because we have Doob. And I'm so stoked about that. Look at this, guys. I'm gonna save the game right here. So as I said, what we plan to do is in the next episode, let's organize boxes actually. Let's do this first. I am gonna throw you on the team. Yeah, I think I do wanna go Rex. I just really like Rex. To be honest, he's just a good Pokemon. The T-Wave is also like actually useful. So I think that's probably the safest thing we can do here. All right, now I'm gonna save. We are calling this team the final team. We are going to be heading into the Pokemon League in the next episode. Again, I'll run over to the mart really quick here and kind of flesh out the item situation as we head in. But honestly, at this point, guys, there's only one thing left for us to do, and it's try and beat the Pokemon League. Fingers crossed we can do it. I really want to win this run, not just because there are some really cool cards on the line, but also because this run has been amazing and it's been a roller coaster. So definitely wish us luck, guys. If we do lose, somebody's getting a cool binder of cards. But until next time, I'll see you guys then. I love you all. Have a fantastic day.